What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So today we're checking out WrestleMania once again. WWE Jacob, WWE changed Jacob Fatu plans. Scott Steiner, WWE return. RIP Wrestling Legend, Wrestling News, and more. So we're going to check this out. They're definitely been amping up some stuff with Jacob Fatu, especially coming out of Saturday Night Main Event. I'm looking forward to see what his direction could be looking like as we do head into the Royal Rumble and ultimately WrestleMania. He's definitely been somebody to look out for. I think this year he's probably gonna go down as probably. This year is probably like the MVP. I wouldn't even be surprised if he's in the running for Superstar of the Year. But we're gonna check out WrestleMania and see what they have to say. But yeah.
What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including the real reason why Hulk Hogan was pulled from WWE TV, is Scott Steiner returning on Raw, he goes off on Jesse Ventura, a wrestling legend passes away, WWE told Jacob Fatu to punish Strowman more, 2K announces a special edition of WWE 2K25, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on WrestleMania XL. Now let's do the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at the real reason why Hulk Hogan was pulled from WWE television. At top of today's news is the mystery of why Hulk Hogan didn't appear at the 25th January Saturday Night's Main Event, and whether there's actually more to the story than meets the eye. Hogan was heavily advertised to appear on the show, only for WWE to announce at the last minute that the Hulkster couldn't make it due to family commitments, reportedly for his son Nick's wedding. However, some fans are...
I feel like this right here, this could be true, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if this is like a cover-up because of the backlash that he got when he did go to, when he was on Raw on Netflix. Was it Raw on Netflix, I believe? It had to be. Or at least over the last few weeks, he has been getting a lot of boos. People do not want him, period, point blank, anywhere near WWE or anything with it, even though they are kind of aligned with him in the sense of they're partners with his beer brand. So there's that, but people don't like Hulk Hogan, and it's not because of him being a bad wrestler or anything like that. No, it's because of the stuff that he has said and has done that people don't want to be associated with him. So, and I feel like at the same time it kind of gives WWE bad press just because they're still associated with him. But that's neither here or there.
Pundits are very skeptical as to the reasons why he was so late to be pulled from the show. This was addressed on the Wrestling Observer Radio, saying there's more to Hogan than meets the eye. I'm not exactly sure yet what it is. I'm not saying that because it's suspicious, I'm saying that because I was absolutely told that there's more than meets the eye. That's the exact wording I was told. And they continued about the timing, including the sudden announcement of his son's wedding. Now, unless Nick told him the day before, hey, I'm getting married tomorrow, wouldn't you go like, dude, I've got a commitment here that you know about. They're advertising this whole show around me. Now, Hogan's involvement in the show has been a hot topic since the LA fans at Raw's Netflix debut booed him out of the building. Fans and analysts have discussed whether WWE might cut its ties with Hogan despite its sponsorship deal to promote Hogan's Real American Beer. And then there was a question of whether Jesse the Body Ventura's involvement in Saturday Night's Main Event might be a conflict.
Yeah,
Ventura is no fan of Hogan, reportedly due to Hogan alerting Vince McMahon back in the 80s when Jesse tried to help WWE superstars unionize. There was discussion whether one or both parties might object to the other's presence at the show. They concluded by stressing the point there is something that doesn't meet the eye on this one. It doesn't pass the smell test. Either Hogan not telling them until the end, that's weird. Nick decided to get married at the last minute, that's the case, that's weird. It's weird. The Observer also pointed out that Hogan was scheduled for the show, so WWE can't say he was ever booked. That should be obvious from the WWE promoting Hogan's appearance. The question is that should be asked right now is who decided to nix Hogan's appearance? Was it WWE, Hulk Hogan himself, or Jesse Ventura? Regardless of who made the call, the incredibly weak excuse provided suggests that there was no concerns about damage control, or perhaps that someone wanted to make it obvious that Hogan wasn't wanted or that he didn't want to be there. Next up, Scott Steiner goes off on Jesse Ventura. Jesse Ventura was at the...
And yeah, I mean, it's causing a lot of questions to be brung up, but I feel like I said, it had to be because of the backlash that they were receiving because of him being on the show. But that's neither here nor there, like I said. But people don't want him there. They don't. WWE fans have made it very clear numerous times that they don't want him there. Like, the fact that you are going to sit up here and just act like you're unapologetic for anything that you said, and, it's just crazy that it is the case. And we know Jesse Ventura does not like Stone Cold, not Stone Cold, the Hulk Hogan. So, I mean, am I surprised? No. I mean, I feel like it's going to get only worse if we want to be honest. I feel like. So, we'll see.
The top of his color commentary game at Saturday night's main event, having fun when he addressed Bron Breakker, mentioning the legendary Steiner math used by Bron's uncle Scott Steiner. However, a new tweet from Big Papa Pump suggests that Jesse could end up in a Steiner recliner if he's not careful. Jesse Ventura seems to forget that I attended a highly educated university. Next time I see him, if there's a 141th 2/3 chance that I will slap him like a bitch, his Navy SEAL training can't help him.
Hey,
Steiner's
yo.
tweets are heating up social media, and as we'll
Hey, yo, come on now. I wouldn't be surprised they try to make a feud out of this.
see next, Jesse Ventura may not be Scott's only target. As is he returning on Raw tonight? Could the WWE Universe see Scott Steiner return to the ring? Well, the 62-year-old former world champion is going nuclear on X, as seen by his latest tweet. Raw is rolling into ATL tomorrow, and it's got me thinking about the good old days when I dominated the show. Let's see if anyone's got the
Are you really the last person to find out about this skip ads forever button? This is Pi, and if it sounds familiar to you, it's probably because you've seen
guts to bring some real action to Atlanta, but don't hold your breath. Holler if you hear me. Some fans are hopeful that Scott Steiner will enter this year's Rumble as a surprise, a situation that can't be ruled out. As judging by Hacksaw's last appearance in the Rumble, it's never too late to enter it. Next up, Rhea Ripley doesn't escape unscathed from Nia Jax. Rhea Ripley is still your women's world champion following a title defense against Nia Jax at Saturday night's main event, but she didn't emerge unscathed. Fightful Select is reporting that Ripley had the wind knocked out of her during the match, and a subsequent Instagram photo shows Ripley with a bruise near her eye, which all things considered isn't that bad. Both superstars worked a hard-hitting match, and despite wrestling's work,
I mean, I know people have mixed feelings on how the match is, but I feel like those two have decent chemistry with each other, and it's very physical, and that just that goes to show that how far these women and men are willing to go to put their bodies on the line for our entertainment. I think we'll get another match between these two, possibly. Should it be anytime soon? No, because I feel like we're in the midst of heading into WrestleMania, so I think we need to start to amp things up with Rhea Ripley and who she could be defending her title against come WrestleMania. So we will see about that, but only time will tell. But I think the match was decent. It's not as good as their match that they had at Elimination Chamber, but it was still good nonetheless.
nature, it's hard to imagine anyone not getting knocked around for real, considering both wrestlers' size and power. Next up, Liv Morgan plans revealed. Now, there's still talk that former WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez could become a regular team again. The two Judgment Day members have worked together since Raquel's return at last year's Bad Blood PLE, but Rodriguez has often worked as Liv's bodyguard. However, PW Insider now reports that there's been quote-unquote a lot of talk about pushing Morgan and Rodriguez. Ringside News even speculated that fans could see this take place at Raw. Tonight's Raw could be a game changer for the WWE Women's Tag Team division. If the backstage talk is true, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez might be walking out with the gold. Morgan and Rodriguez are two-time WWE Women's Tag.
I'm gonna be honest. I like Liv Morgan. You people know I'm a Liv Morgan fan. Okay, Raquel. I mean, this will be something good for her because she could be in the forefront of doing something big as we head into WrestleMania, but I don't think Liv Morgan should be in a tag team division right now. I'm gonna be honest, and people might say, "Oh, she deserves to be in the tag team division. What does she bring?" But like, we can't just sit here and act like she did not have one of the best years of her career in 2024, and to go from that to be brought back down to the tag team division, it seems like a demotion. Like, I just don't know. I feel like she just had one of the best years that she's ever had in her career. Now we're putting her back in the tag team division. Like, and the fact that it's like, why is she not even going after the world championship? I get it. People don't want to see that match again. But She literally lost the championship and hasn't even gotten a rematch for the championship. Are we serious right now? Judgment Day's getting a rematch. You got other teams getting rematched for titles, but Liv Morgan doesn't. Like, this is the same. This is literally the second time this has happened. When she won the SmackDown Women's Championship in 2022, she beat Ronda Rousey to win it, and Ronda Rousey took it back, and then Liv Morgan didn't even get a rematch for that championship either. So it's just like, first of all, this is two things that there seems to be a problem. She loses the championship to the person she beats, and then second, she doesn't even get a rematch for the championship. Are we serious? What are we doing? What are we doing? And now you're putting her in a tag division? After the year she said, she should be, at best, go in a one-on-one singles feud. Whether if it's for a championship or not, one-on-one singles feud, she should be doing something. Tag team is kind of beneath her, if you want to be honest, but I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh, but that's just my personal opinion. I feel like she should be doing better things come WrestleMania after the year she's had.
Tag team champions, and with the alleged curse surrounding the championship, a curse which some fans believe struck Morgan during one of her reigns as tag champs, their experience as a team makes them ideal candidates to carry the belts. This would also be a good way to maintain Morgan's momentum following her dropping the Women's World Championship to Rhea Ripley and getting Raquel back on track after months largely lurking in Liv's shadows. And in the ongoing investigation surrounding who injured current Women's Tag Team Champion Bianca Belair's partner Jade Cargill, and the Women's Tag Division could become relevant again. What do you guys think about Liv and Raquel regaining the Women's Tag Team titles? Is it a good idea, or should WWE focus on another team holding the championship? Next up, sad news as a wrestling legend passes away. The Cauliflower Alley Club, which honors pro wrestlers' rich legacy, is reporting on the passing of wrestler Ed Wiskowski. It is with profound sadness that the Cauliflower Alley Club announces the passing of Ed Wiskowski, better known to wrestling fans as Colonel De Beers, at the age of 80. We extend our sincerest condolences to his family, friends, and fans worldwide. Thank you for the memories. Rest in peace, sir. Ed Wiskowski wrestled in several promotions, but he's best known for his campaigns in Pacific Northwest Wrestling, where he often teamed with Playboy Buddy Rose and his later work as the pro apartheid.
What were you thinking for salary?
What were you thinking for salary?
Well, what were you thinking about salary?
What were you thinking?
Heel Colonel De Beers. He played De Beers to perfection in AEW and later Herb Abrams at Universal Wrestling Federation. He was never afraid to tap into current events, as seen him playing Mega Maharishi in the Pacific Northwest promotion, a spoof of an area cult leader who'd made national headlines. He passed away at the age of 80, and we send our heartfelt condolences to his family, friends, and many fans. Next up, WWE told Jacob Fatu to punish Braun Strowman more. Braun Strowman is well known for the many vicious beatdowns he's dished out during his career, so imagine the WWE Universe's shock when he was on the receiving end during his Saturday night's main event match against Jacob Fatu. Fatu not only crushed Braun with several hip attacks, but also hit moonsault after moonsault on the monster among monsters, leading to Braun coughing up kayfabe blood by putting...
I ain't gonna lie, Jacob Fatu is him right now. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Jacob Fatu is him. This man literally gave Braun Strowman that work, and I wasn't even expecting that. I thought like it was gonna be a back and forth match. Maybe we'll get the ring exploding or something like that, and or even something like where the match probably would have ended like a DQ, where both people got DQ'd, or like both guys couldn't make the count of 10 or something, and then maybe we could have stretched his feet out a little bit more, but Jacob Fatu just went in there and just started just eviscerating Braun Strowman. I'm going to be honest. I think this feud is probably going to continue, but I think regardless how you put it, Jacob Fatu should win this feud. Jacob Fatu needs to win this feud to establish him as the new monster in WWE. So I hope that they do decide to have him win this whole feud, and then maybe from there you could push him even more, potentially going after a championship, because I think he's going to win a championship this year. And then on top of that, I also think that he might be feuding with Solo Sikoa come WrestleMania. So if that's going to be the case, he needs to win this feud. He needs to build momentum going into WrestleMania for sure.
A blood capsule in his mouth. The assault, which occurred during the match and after the referee DQ'd Jacob Fatu for throwing him out of the ring, is still being talked about, but according to Fightful Select, it could have been worse. Fightful's Patreon account reports that there were calls for Jacob Fatu to land more moonsaults. The fans in attendance certainly seem to want that, as they encourage Jacob Fatu to continue the carnage. Much like Bronson Reed landing numerous tsunamis on Seth Rollins, these beatdown angles are exciting. However, at what point do they lose their
It's
impact
crazy.
and wrestlers have to top them by hitting the move more
And
time?
what's crazy to me is like you can be a heel and you can do a vicious beatdown like that or like Bronson Reed, and if you're a face, it's like the fans just don't care about you in that moment. They might be fans of you, but they do not care about you in that moment. They will literally tell the heel to keep beating you up time and time again. Like, I don't know what it is about heels, but I'm starting to like it. It seems like the heels are becoming the new faces at this point. I'm gonna just be honest.
It's a question WWE should consider, especially with how it has Strowman selling the attack. Even a behemoth like Strowman shouldn't be back immediately, or it'll make Fatu's offense look weak. But whilst we're on the subject of realism, Saturday's hip attacks looked anything but impressive due to the camera angle showing the Samoan werewolf missing Strowman by a country mile. WWE should have filmed the attack from a different angle. Next up, Braun Strowman responds after the brutal beatdown.
I did
Jacob
see
Fatu
this.
administered a legendary ass whooping to Braun Strowman at Saturday night's main event, but it appears that the big man isn't going away just yet. Strowman tweeted a picture of him showing him worse for wear after getting destroyed by the Samoan werewolf. However, Big Braun tweeted a warning to Fatu: "You should have killed me when you had the chance." As already talk about Braun selling his injuries for a bit before returning to an epic rematch at WrestleMania 41. Would you guys like to see this, or could Strowman count his losses and just stay home? Next up, 2K announces a special edition of WWE 2K25. Now, gamers and wrestling fans take notice as 2K has announced a special edition of its upcoming 2K25 game. The Dead Man Rises Again. No one escapes the darkness when The Undertaker arrives. Rest in peace, or don't. Unfortunately, that's the extent of the release, as Sports Illustrated is reporting no.
Now, at the time of recording this video, there are 3 different covers that have been released and leaked after Raw last night. This is a good cover. The Dead Man Rises cover, I actually like that one. But the one that I love the most is the Bloodline cover. You got all the members of the Bloodline on the cover with the tree. Chef's kiss, bro. Like, that's a crazy cover. I thought 2K24 was good with the deluxe edition with Rhea and Bianca on the cover, but this one has taken the cake. This one's probably going to go down as one of the greatest covers that we're probably going to get for a WWE game of all time. Like, this cover is really crazy. I love it. I really do love it.
No other details surrounding this special Dead Man edition of the game have been announced, but the release of the information about 2K25 is expected to pick up in the days and weeks ahead. Now, this could lead to an Undertaker showcase, maybe another Beat the Streak mode. Which matches would you
wouldn't
like
mind
to
a
see in the
Defeat the Streak
showcase,
mode.
though? What feature would you like to see added into the game? Let us know in the comments down below.
Yeah, man. I wouldn't mind if we get a Defeat the Streak mode. It just depends on the edition, but I don't think that's going to be the case because I think with the trailer, it's going to be focused on the Bloodline. With Roman and other members within the Bloodline, so I think they're going to focus on that story, which I'm looking forward to for sure. But definitely 2K25 is really looking like it's going to be really good this year, especially with the things that we have been getting talked about and potentially being leaked and whatnot. So we will see how it all ends up, but comment down below, let me know, what do you guys think is next for Takeoff 2? Are you cool with Liv Morgan being in the tag team division? Do you think they're going to push them heavy heading into WrestleMania and whatnot? Do you think Scott Steiner will have a return and whatnot? Let me know in the comment section down below. Road to 900 subscribers, but the ultimate goal we're trying to reach is 10K. But with that being said, super kick that like button, helps my channel get pushed across the platform so more people can see what I'm doing here on YouTube. Superman punch the notification bell so every time I post a new video, which is a reaction video, rant video, live stream, any type of video, you can be in a loop of things when I do drop a video. But with that being said, hope everyone has a great day, great rest of your week, and I'll see you guys in the next video.